Andrew Plitt here with andrewplitt.com. In this video, we are moving on to movement 3 of the Taiji 10 form. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you step by step and in detail how to do brush, knee, and push in this form. Toward the end of this video, I'm also going to discuss some common mistakes and pitfalls that students run into as they're learning this movement. So be sure to watch to the end to see that. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Let's go and get started. As with all of these videos, the first time I show this movement, I'm going to show it facing you, and then I'll show it to you from different directions. When I refer to south, what I mean is that's the direction that I'm starting the form facing. It doesn't mean that I'm turning to actual south as far as a compass would read it. It just means that when I start the form, I'm agreeing kind of with myself that the direction I'm facing when I start the form is south. That way I know to my right is going to be west, to my left is going to be east, and directly behind me is going to be north. So if I say I'm facing south when I do a movement, it means that I'm starting the direction that I was facing when I started the form. If I say I'm facing east, it means that I've turned to the left of the direction that I was facing when I started the form, and the same with all the cardinal directions. The first thing we're going to focus on is the footwork. What should your feet be doing in this movement? Up until now, our feet haven't really moved that much, so this is going to be kind of our first venture into the real footwork of this form. At the end of our last movement, we had our feet about shoulder width apart in a wider stance, and the weight was even between both legs. We just finished the repulse the monkey movement. We had our left hand forward and our right hand palm up next to the hip. We're going to forget about the hands for just a minute, and we're going to focus on the feet. So with the weight even between both legs, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the toe of the right foot. We're going to pivot on the heel, turning this leg in. And what you want to be careful of here is that you make sure you don't twist at the knee, that the foot doesn't outrun the knee or the knee doesn't outrun the foot. Keep the knee and the foot aligned. Rotate at the hip and turn the leg in. Once you're here, you're going to shift your weight completely to the right leg, pull the left foot in so it's just touching the ground with the toe. What I've done with the direction that I'm facing is I've gone from facing south to facing to the east. So I've basically turned to the left. And how I did that was by turning the right foot toward the left or toward the east, and then shifting my weight to that leg and pulling the left foot in so that now I'm facing to the east. From here, I'm just going to step forward. My weight's in the right leg, so I can't step with that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step with the left foot. So I can sink down. I want to make sure I don't shift the weight to the ball of the foot and push the knee out past the toe. I want to sink straight down, step out with the heel of the left foot, and then shift forward toward the east, weight transferring toward the left leg, and I can turn to face a little bit further to the east with this. So I've completed my movement going to the east. Now what I need to do is turn around and repeat the movement going to the west. So we're going to do the same thing with the feet. We're facing to the east this time. We're going to turn the left foot in this time, so pivoting on the heel, turn the foot in, keeping the knee and the toe aligned, pivoting at the hip, in as far as you can go comfortably. If that's just to facing south, that's fine. If you can go a little bit further than that, that's fine too. Just protect your knee and keep your leg aligned. From here, I'm going to shift the weight to the left leg. I'm going to turn to face west. I'm going to pull the weight off the right foot, and it's going to turn to face to the west, just touching with the toe. From here, what you're going to do is the same thing. We've turned to face to the west. Now we're going to step in that direction. So you're going to step out, sinking down on the left leg, stepping out with the right foot, touching with the heel toward the west, and you're going to shift forward and turn the body to finish facing west. So let's go through the footwork one more time, and then we're going to add the hands. From our last movement, the weight's even between both legs. I'm facing to the south. I'm going to turn my right toe in toward the direction of east as far as I can comfortably, rotating at the hip, shift the weight to the right leg, and pick up the heel of the left foot, pulling it in so just the toe is touching the ground. I'm going to step in the east direction with the heel. Then I'm going to shift forward and face my body toward the east. I'm going to turn that left foot in, pivoting at the hip, shift to the left foot, pull the right foot in. Now I'm turning back around toward the west. I'm going to step straight toward the west with the right leg, touching with the heel, and I'm going to shift forward and finish turning toward the west. When you finish each of these movements, one going to the east, one going to the west, you're going to finish in a bow and arrow stance. So it's kind of 60% of your body weight on the front leg, 40% on the back leg. While you're here, you want to make sure your alignment's good, your weight distribution on the feet is correct, your toe and your knee are continuing to line up with both legs, and you keep a slight bend in the back leg, and with the bend in the front leg, you don't let that knee go out past the toe. You keep it directly above the foot. So now that we know what our feet are supposed to be doing, let's add the hands. So from our last movement, or pulse the monkey, we have our left hand forward, right hand's palm up at the hip, weights even between the legs. As we turn this right foot in and start to shift our weight to the right leg, we're going to bring this left hand in toward the right shoulder. The right hand's going to drop down and it's going to sweep up over toward this corner. So instead of going directly to the south or directly to the west, it's kind of going to the southwest corner. So as it comes up, it's going to be pointing off in that direction. It's not my palm facing that way. It's not exactly the edge of my hand. It's in between, and the fingers are extending upward toward the ceiling. As that's happening, I'm going to turn my foot in and shift the weight all the way to the right leg. So let's do it all together to see what it looks like. From here, the right foot turns in. I shift my weight to the right leg, the left hand goes to the right shoulder, the right hand comes up, and I pull in the left foot. From here, I'm going to step directly to the east. As I do that, I'm going to drop the right elbow, bring the right hand in toward my right shoulder. As I'm doing that, the left hand's going to drop down closer to the waist. So from here, they come in as I step, step. And from here, my left hand is going to brush the left knee, and my right hand is going to push straight forward to the east. So here, shift, brush the knee with the left hand, push with the right. Now that we're here, we can reverse and go in the other direction. The hands are going to do the same thing, the feet doing what they did before. So from here, as I turn the left foot in, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. This right hand's going to go to the left shoulder, the left hand's going to come up, and this time it's going to go to the southeast corner. So not directly south, not directly east, in between. So from here, turn the left foot in, this right hand comes toward the left shoulder, the left hand comes up, I shift the rest of the weight to the left foot, and pull the right foot in. I'm going to step to the west now with the right foot touching with the heel, and as I do that, my right hand drops down, my left hand pulls in toward the left shoulder. So from here, drop the right hand, pull the left hand in, step out with the right heel, shift to the right foot, going toward the west, the right hand's going to brush across, brushing the right knee, and the left hand is going to push straight out to the west. When I finish this movement, my right leg is forward, my right hand is down, palm facing the floor, fingers facing forward. My left hand is pushing out directly to the west, and my left leg is back. So right leg forward, left leg back, right hand down, left hand up. So let's go through all of that again one more time, and then we're going to change directions. From our last movement, we finished with the weight even between the legs, right hand palm up at the hip, left hand pushing out in front directly to the south. Turn the right leg in. Shift to the right leg, the right hand goes up to the southwest corner, the left hand goes to the right shoulder, and you pull the left leg in. You're going to step to the east with the left leg, and as you do that, bend the right arm, drop the left hand. Shift forward, brush the left knee with the left hand, push forward with the right hand to the east. From here, turn the left foot in, bring the right hand to the left shoulder, the left hand comes up to the southeast corner, and I'm going to turn my attention to the west. As I step to the west with the left heel, I'm going to drop the right hand down, bend the left arm, shift forward, brush the right leg with the right hand, and push to the west with the left hand. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I had started the form facing this way. So this is going to be our new south. Directly towards you is going to be west, and away from you is going to be east. When we finished our last movement, weight was even between the legs, right hand palm up, left hand pushing directly to the south. Turn the right leg in, shift to the right leg, bringing the right hand up to the corner, left hand next to the right shoulder. Step to the east, dropping the left hand, bringing the right hand in, brush the knee with the left hand, push with the right to the east. Turn the left leg in, bring the right hand to the left shoulder, the left hand comes up to the corner. This time we're going to step to the west with the right foot. As I do that, I drop the right hand, bend the left arm, and as I shift forward, I'm going to brush the right knee with the right hand, and I'm going to push to the west with the left hand. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I had started the form facing away from you. So this direction is now south, to the right would be west, and to the left would be east. Our last movement left us with our weight even between both legs, right hand palm up at the hip, left hand pushing directly to the south. I'm going to turn the right foot in, shift to the right leg, bring the right hand up to the southwest corner, and the left hand to the right shoulder. From here I'm going to drop the left hand, bring the right hand in near the right shoulder as I step out with the left foot to the east. I'm going to shift forward, brush the left knee with the left hand, push with the right hand, going in the east direction. I'm going to turn the left foot in, the right hand goes to the left shoulder, right hand, or left hand rather, goes up to the southeast corner. I'm going to step out to the west with the right foot, dropping the right hand, bring the left hand in next to the shoulder, and as I shift forward, I brush the right knee with the right hand, and I push out with the left hand to the west. One more time, facing to the south, weight even between both legs. We just finished our last movement, left hand pushing to the south. Turn the right leg in. Shift to the right leg, bring the right hand up, the left hand next to the right shoulder. Drop the left hand, bring the right hand in as you step out with the left foot. Shift forward and push to the east. Turn the left foot in, bring the right hand next to the left shoulder and the left hand up to the corner. From here, you're going to drop the right hand, bring the left hand in, step out with the left foot to the west. And as you shift forward, brush with the right hand and push with the left. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I had started the form facing this way. So this is now south, directly towards you would be east, and away from you would be west. Again, from our last movement, turn the right leg in, shift to the right, bring the right hand up, left hand next to the right shoulder. Drop the left hand, bring the right hand in as you step out to the east, shift forward, pushing with the right hand, brushing the left knee with the left hand. Turn the left foot in, right hand comes in next to the right shoulder, the left hand comes up, and you turn to face west. From here, you're going to drop the right hand, bring the left hand in, step out with the right heel, shift to the west, and push with the left hand, brushing the right knee with the right hand. Now we're going to discuss some things to look out for as you do this movement. First one I briefly mentioned before, but it's worth mentioning again here, is as you're turning your leg, make sure you're turning from the hip. There's no torquing of the knee, and then there's no pushing out or pushing in of the knee. Keep it aligned with the toe, and pivot from the heel, and pivot from the hip. The other thing to look out for is as you're sinking down or sitting down on your rooted leg to step out, be sure that as you do that, you're not shifting your weight forward to the ball of the foot, as I said before, because what that does is it puts a lot of extra strain on the knee. If you feel like your knees are really worn out by the end of a practice session, you need to pay more attention to your weight distribution on your feet, because there shouldn't be that much stress put on the knee. Just like any other form of exercise, yes, it will feel like it's been exercised, but it shouldn't feel painful, and it shouldn't feel really stressed. It shouldn't feel as if it's pushed to the point where injury is possible. So what you want to do is from here, sink down, and remember the weight goes directly below the shin into the floor here. It doesn't go into the floor here. If you shift it here, it pushes the knee out. If you sink it straight down, it allows you to push in a strong position with the leg. So from here, you sink down, and as you step out, you can shift forward a little bit, but you direct that push straight down to that same area, and it keeps the knee supported so that as you shift your weight forward, it's in a safe position the whole time. Another thing to look out for is as you do this brush knee and push, you don't want to leave the fingers pointing down through this motion. They want to come across pushing here. They may have a little bit of a down angle, but you want really the palm toward the floor and the fingers to move kind of on this plane. Rather than moving across like this, they're going to move across like this. Okay, so palm down, fingers forward at the end of this movement here. And as you do this movement, you have some options of what you can do with that pushing hand. What I've shown you in this form is probably the easiest one, and that's just bring it in. You're pushing forward not exactly with the edge of the hand again, not just with the palm, it's kind of in between. You're going with kind of this area and pushing just directly forward. You can also bring it in, point the fingers forward, push, and then as you reach the end of that push, settle the wrist into the push. And the last thing I want to mention is at the end of this movement, you want the opposite hand and leg forward. So what I mean is if we're going to the east direction, when we finish this movement, we have the left leg forward and the right hand forward. When we change and go to the other side, what we have is the right leg forward and the left hand forward. So it's not right hand, right leg. It's not left hand, left leg. It's left leg, right hand, or right leg, left hand. So it's always the opposite with this one. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn this movement with me today. I hope this video was very helpful for you and very informative for you as you're learning this form. If you did enjoy this video or if you got something out of it while you were watching it, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also consider becoming a supporting member for this channel to help ensure that more videos like this will be made available in the future. Stay safe and healthy out there, and as always, thank you for watching.